cool little 60 piece. That's only the neck though.
Last night a bitch nigga shot a real nigga, but we don't make no diss records, we just deal with it. Plus I be going through a lot, I never talk about it, and they using nigga songs in court, so I can't talk about it. Rap niggas think I'm dumb, like I don't see the play. I let them think they got the ups, then get them out the way. On FaceTime, my brother telling me he shot my mama, telling me to chill, but I know he seen that nigga face. But that's enough about that part. Talking about respect, well it's a must about that part. Playing with my money, well then it's up about that part. Cause when it's time to play ball, don't give a fuck about that part. They know I'm that nigga when they see me. Her man crush been a hater and her little brother won't beat me. Her friend been on my dick since I was passing out CDs. Her baby daddy a mark and her boyfriend probably a weenie. 3,300 on my book bag. Left some niggas in the past, but I don't look back. Shit kinda different, I ain't the man that I was. I seen death in too many forms and I ain't never really shook that. Don't let him rock you to sleep, true colors better believe him. I know that God got me, but I be riding with my reaper. Praying with my kids and even then I got my heater. And I be stepping so hard, this hoes in $1,000 sneakers. Take your bitch when I meet her and you ain't seen her in about 3 days. Knew I was a threat, I passed that stick like a relay. Spin it back to back, it's like a motherfucking replay. Turn your son into a bitch when I shoot, I think I'm D-Wade. Told him I'm a savage, if I want it, I'ma have it. Playing with my lettuce, cook your head like a cabbage. Tell them that I'm rich and I'm solid, that's the advantage. Bitch, bad kids, fresh little nigga, you can't stand it. Tell them big checks, yardsticks, not a ruler. All I smoke is ops and I don't never smoke a hookah. Looking for a blessing that's worth of Jesus and Judas. Tell them niggas game 6, my whole team full of shooters. I slide on a nigga like a motherfucking flip-flop. Pressure on your homie and I promise he a flip-flop. Talking that wooty-woo, something. I know the police listen, so I ain't really saying nothing. I know these niggas envy, they can't manage how they feel. Jealousy's for bitches, you niggas pussy for real. A nigga get the drop and he happen to shoot. First we heal up and get back. We ain't going on the shirt, I swear to God, nigga.
That woo-woo, something. I know the police listening, so I ain't saying nothing. Talking that woo-woo, something. Nigga, cock back and aim and leave you bleeding where you running, swear to God, nigga.
Cost you nothing to press that button. And if you ring that notification bell, I'ma bring you mail. What's the good old big deal with the good old people? It's Hot Topics with your boy YoungAntJEFE, and I'm here to deliver you another one like the other one. The recipient of Hot Topics, no other, WACK100, 600. So, I wasn't gonna cover this segment. I was live on No Jumper yesterday, and it was brought to my attention that WACK100 was caught on live stream with a police badge. Now, when I first heard this,
don't look like YoungAntJEFE is a believer. But we're gonna see what happens by the end of this video. Y'all know the deal though. It's me, Trapper tapping in TNN Trap News Network. Back in the same. Like cook, cracking the same here at TNN Trap News Network. It's that good news you can use, that good knowledge though. You ain't finna get nobody's college though. Tap in with the tap in to make sure you're in fact. Tap in with that good tap in. I don't want to hold y'all too long, but I do need y'all to know. Hit the like, hit the comment, hit the good subscribe button for everything we got going on here at TNN Trap News Network. News you can use, knowledge you ain't finna get nobody's college. And make sure you hit that notification bell, hit all, say tapped in for the latest and the greatest. Follow us on Instagram, TRAPNEWSNETWORX, Trap News Network. YoungAntJEFE. So, y'all telling me WACK100 is an undercover police officer, 600 work for the FBI too. I'm not gonna say 600 worked for the FBI too, but I promise you, YoungAntJEFE, 600 was an actual peace officer and like a cop in college. That's the real thing. We finna jump into this content without no further ado or don'ts. Let's get into it. Let's go.
my feelings is gonna be indifferent from the masses' feelings, or from somebody's feelings who's beefing with Wack or say that they got a problem with Wack. As soon as you hear police or anything associated with police, it's, oh, I told you he the police. Yeah, everybody wasn't saying this. I told you he was CS2 back. I told you this. So when I first heard about it, first off, I wanted to see what had happened, what was being talked about, what was the scenario. And once the scenario got played for me, I'm like, man, this is some bull job 101. But the naked eye or the emotional eye will never fully grasp or understand this, because one is in anger and emotional, and one choose to not follow the facts and remain spaceless and an airhead to the fact of the matter of what's going on right in front of them. So a lot of people to a degree have mastered this YouTube space. And when I say master this YouTube space, they know what YouTube want, and they use it on YouTube, and against YouTube. So I've been telling people, and it's just my opinion, YouTube loves controversy.
Well, the people on YouTube who subscribe to No Jumper and that particular type of content, typically, yeah, the No Jumper fan base does love drama and controversy. That's what they've been trained to respect and trained to want and trained to like.
People in the world love something that's real controversial, and that's the recipe for YouTube. If you can be controversial and keep the views up and keep people in tune, you a #1 winner. So this is what I'm gonna say. I'm calling this Wack and Snoopy BA situation. I'm calling this a play. I don't know if Snoopy BA was in on it.
Now, even if it is a play, YoungAntJEFE, they don't care about nothing but what the check say. Who plays like that, bro? I know you would never play like that, nor would you accept or respect any of your friends who play like that.
But I'm calling this a play. I'm calling this a play. And I know it's going to be a lot of you dudes,
Yeah, they for sure going to say YoungAntJEFE is compromised.
Now you can say what you want to say and feel how you want to feel. For one, it's snitches everywhere out here in this world. And for two, it could be, but just my opinion, I don't think it's no secret badges for the snitches. And if it is, you will heard about it. Because just like the snitching to the police, the snitch can't keep his mouth shut. The snitch going to say something to somebody that's going to tell somebody, and it's going to get to somebody. Because information is given free as well as exchanged and sold. So I think we would have heard, like, man, you know, the snitches got like a special badge. Man, they got like a little police badge, or they got like an ID, you know what I'm saying, or something. For when they get pulled over, they can flash to the cops to let them know they on their side or they working with them. So I think this was just one of those WACK100 controversy moments where WACK100 is talking to Snoopy BA, and he pulls his wallet out, he going in his wallet, and he flips the wallet open, uncared.
I don't know. Because I said probably about 3 months ago that in June, if he wasn't picked up by the police, we was going to all know that he was a cop. Today's June 2nd. This video of him doing this police activity was June 1st. I'm sorry, today's July 2nd. The police activity video was July 1st. That was yesterday.
Fully, and let the badge be seen. And then once it get to dangling a little bit, oh dang. But y'all not paying attention, so y'all really don't see what's going on. But we're definitely about to get into this content.
I don't know, young Ant. I don't know. I think we are paying attention. I think we do see what's going on. Respectfully, I'm going to have to disagree with you, man. I'm going to have to disagree with you. But, excuse me. For the same reason why you're saying no is why I'm saying yes. So, two people can disagree with things without having to come to disrespect or anything like that. You say yes, I say no. You say do, I say don't. We'll figure out which one of us is right in the end, and then, that'll just be that. But when it's all said and done, we can all agree that none of us would just play like that.
And you already know, man, it's the halfway and the half effect. We're going to commentate.
It's like we got some trouble in paradise because Wack and 600 has been friends for a long time. But today 600 is exposing Wack for being an undercover cop. 600 said Wack accidentally showed his badge during a live stream. According to 600, I don't F with busters and rats. So today he no longer wants anything to do with Wack. But let's take a look at the video and judge it for ourselves.
What made you think it was Wacko that told him that, though? Because get his statement in the motherfucking his statement there, nigga. Why would you go up there a day after I get a chain and have Snoop give it to you and you say ain't no paperwork on your name? Why would you do that, bro?
I ain't gonna lie, that does look like a police badge. Somebody said that Wack's ex-girlfriend is a retired police officer, so they said they're not shocked by the outcome. Wack also responded to this post, and this is what he told 600. He said, all of you guys switched up on me. I thought we was cool. This person said, I knew that he was a police officer because a lot of these guys are FBI agents. A lot of these guys work undercover in the music industry, but you guys let me know what you think down below.
All right, y'all got that from Too Gangster for YouTube. So I could have covered it from a gang of different angles because a lot of content creators and or a lot of YouTube channels drop this situation. You know what's something when Wack name drop, good or bad, people are tuning in to see what slander they can come for or whatever the case may be. You know, you got a lot of enemies out there. So, as I said, when Adam 22 first laid this on the table, I gotta take stuff I hear with Wack with a grain of salt because I know that Wack will get out there and BS at times. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, that's a crazy way to play though, bro.
Just be playing, and then he got his times when he flicked the switch and he dropped the information. You know what I'm saying? The stuff be accurate. You know what I'm saying? Definitely got to give him that. Now, I covered the section with Too Gangster for YouTube because it had 600 attached to it. And I guess somewhere I could have dug for it, probably went somewhere and found it. I guess 600 come out like, hey, I don't mess with no rats or busters. You know what I'm saying? They just showed WACK100 on live stream with Snoopy BA flashing a badge. We no longer good. Now, what people probably don't understand, and this is just my opinion again, is that I think Wack is very calculated. As human beings, we all have slip-ups. We all have slips-up. It may come a time when we make a mistake or do something without...
So when everybody else slip up, they expose, but when Wack slip up, it's a genius calculated plan. Got it. Just trying to make sure I'm keeping up.
Thinking or do something that might be emotionally led or motivated. But under regular circumstances, which is opinionated, and sincerely think that Wack is calculated in his moves, definitely on his social media. So I feel like that, for me, that was a calculated move. I'm just calling it what it is. It was a calculated move, you know what I'm saying? That type of slip up don't happen. And for y'all
I need all my supporters to support me the way YoungAntJEFE support Wack. If you don't support me the way YoungAntJEFE support Wack, we are not homies, bro. We are not homies.
Oh, but it was in a wallet. He might have been going in his wallet for some money and forgot it was in his wallet. Then you got somebody coming out talking about his girl or somebody he messed with.
But this is what I can't respect. YoungAntJEFE is a very consistent person. So from day one, you know, he's had his stances with 600. He's had his stances with Wack and all that kind of stuff. And until he's proven otherwise, you can't fault that man for feeling how he feel or believing what he believe or thinking what he think or knowing what he know or whatever the case may be. Just like you can't fault nobody else for thinking what they think, believing what they believe, and knowing what they know. If YoungAntJEFE genuinely feel in his heart, you know, certain things are real and certain things aren't real about these people, it's not my place, your place, or anyone else's place to tell him he's right or he's wrong. Just like if I genuinely think or I feel what I think I feel, it's not nobody's place to tell me I'm right or if I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying? We allowed to have our own free thought. So the whole like he's compromised and all that, I don't subscribe to that. I subscribe to YoungAntJEFE has his own way of thinking and his own way of looking at ideals and situations. And until he sees what he wants to, you know, until he sees what needs to be seen with his own two eyes or hear what he needs to be heard with his own two ears, he's not going to go with hearsay against anyone, because I've yet to see YoungAntJEFE go against anybody based off what he's heard. His whole thing is always been proof is in the pudding. So even if that now applies to Wack, who I think is a buster, I can respect the fact that he's kept it a consistent level throughout this whole time, throughout everything that he's done up until this point. So, you know, there's that.
She was an ex-police officer, or he said she was an ex-police officer. Am I saying that it wasn't a police badge? That's not what I'm saying. It was a police badge, but what I'm saying, I think it was a fake, like a duplicate, like a prop, like something they would use in Hollywood. And here's why. Again, because 600 attached to it. Y'all remember this, right?
Well, that's a boxing. That's a boxing. Like you can see it in the background. It's a boxing commission stamp. I'm not sure why everybody thought that was a police anything. You could clearly look at that and see that that's a boxing commission stamp. Like, look at the background. Look, hold on. All right here. You see it says boxing commissions. There it is right there. So, you know, just boxing commissions. There it goes right there. So I'm not sure why people thought that that was an admission of police activity. That one I didn't even understand. I'm not going to BS you on that because reading is pretty fundamental and reading is pretty easy. So, you know, there's that.
When it rains, it pours. I've been a friend to this man for 10 years, only to find this out. So, a lot of y'all probably forgot because, like I said, the content, you know, is recycled. New content come in by the second every day. YouTube is like the new TV. So, when that photo had dropped of Christopher Lovejoy, a.k.a. 600, a lot of y'all went crazy. Oh, he the Fed. I told y'all he got a Fed badge. Man, that's a federal badge, man. I'm telling you, this and that. I'm looking at it. It was funny to me. Now, when I first looked at it, I couldn't really take in what it is. But I just knew in my heart it felt like a hoax, like a joke. And then, right on clue, you got one of my men come right in like, man, hey, man, won't y'all stop playing, man? That is a badge, you know what I'm saying, through the boxing, you know what I'm saying, through the boxing, you know what I'm saying, federation, blah, 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 blah. Drop where the badge originates from. Everybody that got problems with you, they don't care. They don't take the time to look. They don't take the time to try to find a picture of if there is any photos of other FBI agent badge, put it side by side.
Yeah, no, that's real. Anybody who thought that that was a police badge and all that just literally didn't take the time to look at it because it clearly in the picture says boxing commission. So that was pretty black and white.
They just see federal.
Snitch 100 is a rat though, and that nigga's a cop, and that nigga's a snitch. But that didn't prove it. But there's other things out there, like his case in Blythe, California, that shows that he, you know, did his 1-2 step with the snitch Rooney like Sierra. But you know, I digress.
See your name, hi, all this off, man. I told you, man, he the police, yeah, he been working. He took down Big U in the 60s. But what I want to say is, y'all seen right there, WACK100, man, it rains and pours, man. WACK100 post that. Now you got 600 posted something about him being a police. Y'all got to get serious out here, man, and y'all really got to pay attention, man, whether dudes y'all enemies or not, or y'all dislike somebody for the content they placing out there, or whether y'all really feel like somebody the police is snitch, man. All the times, man, you gotta pay attention because one can be getting up on you, man. Somebody can spin a narrative and get you, so you definitely gotta pay attention when it's hot in the kitchen, man. I'm telling you, you definitely gotta pay attention. And like I said,
and that's why I can respect YoungAntJEFE, because he understands how everybody can spin a narrative. So whether you agree with him, whether you don't agree with him in this particular situation, we should all agree with his aspect and way of going about all situations, because he's not treating this situation any differently than what he treats any other situation, with opening eyes and opening ears, and he wants to see what's being said or what's being done with his own 2 eyes and ears before he takes what anybody else is saying into consideration. So, yeah, it's to the benefit of Rat Run Runner right now. And, yeah, it's always going to be F Rat Run Runner on my end. But on the back end, YoungAntJEFE is making an amazing point as to, you know, he got to see what he got to see with his own eyes. He treats every situation accordingly. In his mind, everybody's innocent until proven guilty. He's not going to go with public narratives. He's not going to go with public personas or, you know, whatever the case is as far as YouTube is concerned and all that kind of stuff. He want to see exactly what it is and exactly what it's not. And then from there, he'll figure out his space.
Calling all this, it's a hoax, it's a joke, it's a play, it's to get the social media talking, it's for people to spin the narratives, it's for people to do the content, man. Keep my name popping, man. That's just how it go, man. And if you don't believe it, you believe what you believe. But I'm going to conclude it there, man. They both playing games, man. It's your boy YoungAntJEFE. Don't care about number what the check say. Make sure you go ahead and like.
All right, man, and y'all know the deal. Rich Trapper signing out. CNN Trap News Network. We about here to the next one. Red dots to the left. Y'all know the rest. And this free. Having no angel tweets free. We go.